right, Coach. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And his first carry, he loses the football. But it looked like a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The kick by Carlson is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Here's Ajayi. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the ball.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 48 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Pass incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run with a Johnny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And an alley to run. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
All right.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
That's fine.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
We are going.
Rodgers to throw once more. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Also over here. Hey.
Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
That's fine, yeah. Zoom.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to be Packer football.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down.
Jump out! Hey, where y'all going? No.
Rodgers to throw on third down. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Scat 300. Scat 300.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the...
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And an alley to run. Big hold of the 30. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Wentz eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They run with Hines. Give him 14 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Hey, check 26. Jump out.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Bell a first down and then some. Caught here by Bell as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Go to 50. No.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Carlson now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Wentz now to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Ajayi. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And
he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Ajayi. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff looking right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Here we go. 120!
To throw is Wentz. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to 2. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. He got 29 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He got 29 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Over here.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. In for the score. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
A lot of times when you take a tight end in later rounds, you're doing it with a little bit of hope, some potential. But not so with this guy. They believe he can really make an impact in the red zone, and he definitely makes good on that faith right there.
Carlson now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing now is Wentz. Hurts over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And Elliott puts this one through. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey, 63, that was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll start on the ground with Hines. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here's Hines. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Rodgers to throw on second down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Hines. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Nyheim Hines with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Has it. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here's Hines on a toss play, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but They took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. This is Hines. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Go. Ready? Great 15. Great 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Quan Alexander in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Black.
Now Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Mike Daniels in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Right up.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Packers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now.